Welcome to Food Travelers. Simon with Micah here, and in this episode, we are going to the Tandoori Flame in Vancouver, British Columbia. It is this huge grand Indian buffet. Micah, really excited to try this one.
Yeah, Simon. So for this location, it's actually in the Surrey-Delta location. I believe they have like 2 or 3 other locations. So do check the website for those locations if you're looking for something maybe closer to where you're located at. So when we came here, we actually did not make reservations or anything. But they do open daily from what I remember looking on the website. And at the time of recording, it was about I think $22.99 a person, and that is Canadian dollars, which is really affordable.
Yeah, that was what was really nice. The exchange rate, if you're into economics, but the US dollar definitely has been gaining on everybody else. So just that trip up there, it was really surprising that, just the difference between the two exchange rates between the US and the Canadian dollar actually made it much nicer. So, going over here and trying this buffet for that price, I was really happy with it. And also, kind of surprised that it ended up being that much of a variance and being, at least in my mind, inexpensive compared to some other buffets and other things we've tried from before.
Yeah, so not just some of the things, but like one of the things I was looking forward to was this being a Indian buffet, and it's being this large of a size too. From what I read about this is supposed to be one of the largest Indian buffets around. I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, "Yeah, you should definitely try this one out. They have a lot of stations, and they have a lot of different type of Indian food, especially if you don't eat very much Indian food." This is a good kind of intro to what the cuisine could be.
Yeah, when I was looking at some of the information about the place as well, they do say that they are the largest Indian buffet in North America itself. So that is definitely a big claim that they have. But looking at it, when we first came over, it's huge. The original shot you saw from the beginning that we had of just the outside, the scope, it took the whole corner lot, and going inside, it is humongous. Compared to kind of we've done so many buffets, and especially in Vegas, size-wise, it's very comparable to those large ones in Vegas. The only difference I think would be the kitchens aren't as big as what we have in Vegas, but the seating area definitely is huge.
Yeah, I agree with Simon there. Yeah, the seating area is definitely really big. Even the entrance feels really grand. You can have a lot of people just standing at the lobby if they're really busy, like at nighttime or something. They also have that really big outdoor seating area, which I think is great for a buffet. You don't often have a buffet with that outdoor seating in itself. And also, I do want to mention they do have a really large bar area. Where you can sit down, have a drink, and have different type of cocktails that they do provide. They also do provide mocktails as well, which is a non-alcoholic version of those cocktails, and they are pretty tasty. I believe we got something similar, or we did get a cocktail, right, Simon?
Yeah, we got a carafe of mango with some hard alcohol in it, and I forgot the name exactly, but it was really good. It's pretty much like a friend of mine used to say when you would drink something that was kind of on the sweeter side, they would say it was like drinking candy, and so it was like drinking candy, but it was really good. It was mango flavored, which I really enjoyed, and they definitely do have an extensive drink menu. It's like they have their as you sit down, there's a menu on a table, and it has various drinks with pictures, and it's set up pretty elaborately. It's not just like a list like you see with most regular drink menus. It's actually all the pictures that were placed, and then they took a picture, and then it has different names pointing out to various different drinks that they offer.
Yeah, I think having those pictures was definitely a pro for them. Especially if you're not familiar with drinks in general, you don't know what they look like, you're kind of I don't know what to expect or anything. I think that's definitely a pro. And then here in the video, you see they're just making the naan bread, and Man, that was fun to watch, and that was also really tasty. That was also a very hot item. I believe whenever I came up to the buffet line, there's always a line just for this bread.
Yeah, it went very quickly, and just as we were filming too, you could see everybody coming through and grabbing stuff. I was lucky enough that after I finished filming and when I go picked up some of the pieces for naan that I wanted, there was just a few pieces left, but the guy definitely was working hard and he was making quite a bit, kind of constantly going through and rolling out the naan and then going out and baking it and cutting it up into the pieces and putting it out for everybody to grab. But definitely there was always a line to go grab it, and it was very good, which was really nice that they do make their naan fresh right there that you can watch and see, and it was tasty, super tasty.
Yeah, I think just the texture of it alone, it was really, really good. Like really airy. It was like a nice chewy texture to it, and easily breaking apart. And I think that's the best way I can describe that.
Yeah, it was definitely delicious. It was nice, especially with all the different sauces you get with Indian food. With the butter chicken and everything, you get to just soak up all those different sauces you eat with the naan. That's one of the great things about it.
Yeah, and also I did want to mention that I think they put some sort of oil or something on it, so it's not just like a dry bread when you grab it too.
Yeah, they do wipe something on top of it, but even without it, from at least what the pieces that I had, even if they didn't put some of the oil that they do put on top of it before serving, it wasn't dry at all, and it had a nice chew to it, which is really great, and nothing where you would take a bite and chew it up and the moisture of your mouth would be evaporated pretty much. It was nice, so if you ate it even without dipping with anything, it had a really good flavor to it. But of course, with all the different sauces that you can dip it into, it actually makes it even that much better. So it was definitely a good piece.
Yeah, do you have any of the other spicy sauces there, Simon?
No, I tend to avoid spiciness, so I didn't. I kind of looked to try to see if it has a little bit. I wouldn't mind trying it. There were a few things here and there that had some spices on the dishes. I know the rice here that I had, that was really good. But I didn't have anything too spicy, even though I know in Indian cuisine that you can come across some spicy foods.
Yeah, I think I got some spicy peppers and also some spicy sauce. I remember dipping into it and then putting it in my mouth. I'm like, what's this? Kind of interesting to taste it. And I was just like, I can't taste anything for a while.
I'm trying to remember if I did have anything spicy. I might have, but I'm not exactly sure from what it was. I think the butter chicken might have had some spiciness to it, but it wasn't like a ton where you're going through and your mouth is on fire or anything like that. But other than that, I couldn't really remember anything else that kind of had that spiciness to it.
I think one thing they did really well with this buffet is having like those fried French fries and those fried foods, especially for children. I know a lot of people will come here and they want to try the Indian cuisine, but then they bring their kids and their kids may be really picky with what they are eating. So having those fried foods like the French fries and the fried, I think fish or chicken there is really good.
Yeah, definitely getting that variety, especially with children, as they, are a lot more picky than adults in the terms of the type of foods and flavors that they want. French fries is always a nice thing to have for kids. But one of the things I also really like, I like the beans, the food, different type of salads. That's the one thing with Indian cuisine is you'll have much more limited meats. You tend to go with more lamb and chicken, and then you have a lot of different type of vegetables with really lots of flavor. That's the one thing about Indian cuisine is the flavor and all the spices they use really enhances the foods and especially the vegetables that are provided.
Yeah, I really enjoy all the chickens that they had there. I mean, types of chicken dishes that they had. I do remember there was one fish. I think it was like a white fish. I don't recall what type of fish it was. I just remember seeing the fish dish, and then somebody who was there was introducing their friend to Indian cuisine and the Indian buffet and saying, "Oh, these are the fish that you can try other than the chicken or lamb." And they're telling them all about the different type of sauces and different things to pick up while they were just walking around the buffet section. And I thought it was nice to hear all the different explanations that they had.
I guess we got a good seat then, sitting next to somebody who knows Indian cuisine well enough. But also one of the things that kind of stuck out is the staff was really nice. You know, one of the things, well, especially when you go filming something, sometimes people don't want to, be on camera, which is understandable. But in this case, kind of everybody who was working there, they were pretty happy that we were there and kind of going around and filming everything and they were very. I know the guy who was cooking the fries earlier. He actually the fry section was actually empty. So there was a few pieces, of course, but it was pretty much empty. And he was in the process of cooking, and he kept telling me, "Oh, I have the fries coming up. I have the fries coming up." So they're definitely aware of everything around there and trying to keep everything stocked as you go in and grab the food. So that was nice.
Yeah, echoing Simon there, the staff was very, very nice. Even the people that was eating there, a lot of the patrons there are very, very friendly too. I was asking some of them, hey, what's the difference between these type of desserts? Because with the Indian desserts, there was like this, I guess like a soup or liquid dessert. They're all really, really sweet. That is what they told me. But the difference is, and also they all contain nuts, and there is a sign that says they contain nuts. But yeah, they're all very, very sweet, and they're all totally like just like drinking liquid sugar. It seems like to me. I could not really distinguish what's the difference in the actual flavor wise because they're all so sweet. Did you have any of that, Simon?
I didn't really have any dessert. I kind of ate a lot of things and kind of filled up. I had the carrot cake, and that was good. It was kind of like your normal carrot cake. But other than that, I didn't really have any of the more, I guess you could say, the watery or soupy desserts that you had. I know from prior experiences with different desserts, like even with some of the dessert pastries I've had from the past, they are definitely on the sweet side. I remember having a fried dough, and it's covered with kind of crystallized sugars. But overall, this is a really great buffet, and I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, same here. Definitely try and check this one out.
And to wrap up the episode are our notables, and unfortunately for this episode we did not have any notables.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.